All right. Okay, can everybody see my screen share? Give me a thumbs up, somebody. All right. All right, everybody can still see it? Okay, I've got a bunch of new girls on here also that haven't even trained yet, so don't feel overwhelmed on the call. It's still good material as far as running your social media, and this will just kind of be something we don't have to train on as extensively when we do train. And for my other girls, y'all just take notes and learn. I was asked to do a social media call again, so here is, I'm just going to share what's kind of worked for me as far as running my business on social media. Remember that, and my new girls, just bear with me, try not to get too confused. You will have to do some inviting as far as, you know, challenge groups and stuff like that when you get ready to host one and stuff like that. But as far as a business, I run my business 100% off of Facebook. And the majority of my clients come to me before me having to go to them. I can probably name half the people on here on this call right now that saw me, reached out to me first. I think everybody on here did, actually, that are my personally sponsored coaches. So I feel like an easier way for you to run your business on Facebook is to be able to attract your clients to you. And it takes you jumping out of your comfort zone to do that, but it is well worth it. So I'm just going to jump right on into it. And if while I'm talking, y'all have any questions, there's a comment box for those of you new to Zoom. If you tap on your screen, there will be a share contact or a, does everybody see a, somehow, I can't see it because my screen disappeared now that I'm screen sharing, but there is a chat button. Chelsea, I know you know how to work it, so if you want to chat so that everybody sees it pop up and knows how, I'd appreciate that. All right, we're gonna dive straight into it. Maggie. Okay, before I get into it, these are some apps that I like to use as far as making my videos, making my some pictures, making my cover photo, that sort of thing. I use solely my iPhone camera when I do workout video clips. It is me as I'm working out. I do not get fancy. I don't, the people that I want to attract are people that are going to be like me. And I'm very down to earth. I'm not, I don't want to portray myself out to be some fancy hoity-toity. Like, I like being relatable. And so I do not brush my hair extra. I do not wipe my sweat off, getting a matching Nike outfit to post my workout videos. I use my iPhone camera, and that's me as I'm dying during my workouts. iMovie and Video Shop are how I like to edit my workout videos, just because I can add music to it to drown out me deep breathing, trying not to die. I can trim them, I can speed them up so it doesn't bore people, and I can make short video clips out of a series of workouts. Photofy is where I use my collages and stuff like that. I like to do that if I'm posting several pictures at one time. I'll make a collage off of that, especially in our team page. Canva.com is, you know, my go-to, but it only works on a computer. So I make my cover photos off of Canva.com. They already have pre-made, what do you call it, dimensions for pictures. So if you go there, it will have Facebook cover photo, and it's already cut out for you and everything, so it's super easy. And keep in mind, I'm tech retarded. I'm not tech savvy at all, so these are very plain and simple. Pick, Play, Post is another one that does videos and stuff like that, and Instagram. I do Instagram sometimes, mainly when Facebook kicks me off for music, but the only downfall about posting on Instagram and linking to Facebook is that Instagram only gives Facebook enough rights to appear on a few, like just for a few minutes. So say I posted something today on Instagram and linked it to my Facebook. It may appear for an hour or two on my newsfeed, but other than that, it'll disappear for the rest of the day. It just has something to do with the two different apps. and Instagram kind of wanting you to use them instead of Facebook. So be careful using Instagram when you post about your business. All right, is everybody good with that one? If I don't go fast enough and you're on a phone, you can screenshot it and go back. Okay, your profile picture and your cover photo. Basically, the way I explain it is that Facebook is your storefront. This is if you're using a business page or a like page, if you are working on Facebook. So when people go to your Facebook, they should see what you do for a living. It's just like when I had my boutique. I didn't have a fancy storefront, but I did rent out an office space and have foot traffic. People found me because I had a sign out front. So it's just like Walmart. You find it because they have a sign out front. So this is your storefront. So when someone comes to your page, they need to see what you have to offer them. So for me, I'm a mom. I have a family. I'm super into fitness. I have a team. I'm into fashion, that sort of thing. When you go to people's page, it's something that sort of defines you. Your profile picture is a big one. People want to see who you are, especially a big part of growing your business is continually adding new friends on your Facebook. So they need to see who you are. You can definitely have your kid in the picture. You can definitely have your husband or something like that, as long as they come to it and see who you are. If you just have one picture of like, your husband or your child or something like that, someone may not know what you look like. They may not, they may kind of mislook who you actually are. Okay, posting. All 400,000 Beachbody coaches are posting fitness clips, recipes, and Shakeology selfies. Everybody I follow that is a coach posts them daily. I post them daily. You have to post them in order to let people know that you are a fitness coach and that you have something to offer people. And it also gives them free stuff is what I'll call it. If you do a fitness clip and you tell someone to do this many lunges or this many squats in a 30-second period, or do crunches for 60 seconds, that's offering them a free workout for them to try and do. If you share the fact that you make your homemade spaghetti recipe, that is a free tool for them to use and utilize. Shakeology, it gives other people and other clients and stuff like that, like recipes, that sort of stuff. But at the same time, you have to figure out how to stand yourself out in the crowd. So right now there are 13 coaches on this one call right now. We have a team of, I think, 38 people now. I think we're up to 38, so almost 40 people. So you have to figure out what you can post that's going to be different than the other 40 or 39 people. And there is something. Don't get overwhelmed if you and your best friend are coaches, if you and your sister are coaches, if you and 5 other people from the same hometown as you are. Don't get overwhelmed, because the deal is that everybody knows 2,000 people. So I know 2,000 more people than Robin does. Robin knows 2,000 more people than I do. So you have a totally different market, even if you're from the same town. Secondly, Robin can offer something that I can't. I don't know what that is right now, but I'm just saying she has something to offer people to gain people's trust. Okay, she's a mother of, how many kids do you have, 4 or 5? Okay, she can offer that. She can offer parenting tips. She can offer different things, whereas I cannot. Chelsea is in nursing school. She can offer the fact that she juggles this business with work also. So everybody has something to offer that somebody else does not. So you have to first and foremost figure out who in the world you are. Figure out different things that define you other than fitness and nutrition, other than being a mom, other than being a wife, other than being a student. What are some things that you have overcome? What are some hobbies that you have? For me, it's my marriage. It used to be in shambles, literally. Hobbies. I love fashion. I love shopping. I love posting outfits, that sort of thing. It's a part of my life and it always will be. So what is it that you can offer? Do you like to cook? Is recipe your thing? You need to find 5 things that you love besides fitness and nutrition. And if y'all want to take a few minutes to just kind of write a few things down, if you think about them, I will pause for just a minute. But own who you are. Don't look at somebody else and wonder what they're doing. Don't copy what somebody else is doing. If you're gluten intolerant, let that be your platform, so to speak. Let that be part of your platform. If you're, I don't know, I'm trying to come up with some ideas to help y'all. Your top 5 posts should display who you are. Keep in mind that they need to be different than everybody else's. Okay, your 3 vital behaviors. And for my new coaches, you're going to learn this on your training calls, so you might as well go ahead and get familiar now. Okay, this is how I like to break down our 3 vital behaviors. And every coach is different. My coach, my upline, thinks that invite means invite constantly to your challenge groups. Invite people all the time. I think it's something different. And everybody has a different take on it, but this is what I feel like it is. Number 1, in order to grow your business, you have to physically invite people to challenge groups. You have to share your workouts, your shakes, your recipes, that sort of stuff. Your second invite, I left off a parenthesis, sorry people. My OCD people is probably, okay, the second one to me is invite them into your life. Emotionally invite people into your life. And here's why. This business is super personal. Keep in mind that your clients come to you and they're unhappy with themselves. They are exhausted. Maybe they just had a baby and don't feel back to normal. Maybe they feel self-conscious in front of their husband. The people that want to coach. So when I joined as a coach, I was sitting on about 3 maxed out credit cards. So for me, Tiffany had to get personal with me. I had to open up to her and tell her where my family was at financially. So this business is super personal. And just like, okay, me, Chelsea, and Jada went to Super Saturday the other day. We 3 literally talked about each other. We learned who each other were on the drive down there and back. It's super personal. Same with team calls. We learn about each other. Summit, that sort of thing. This business is nothing but building relationships and being personal with people. So you have to attract people. You have to emotionally attract people into your life. The third invite would be to share the opportunity. So invite to your challenge group, invite people into your life, and invite people to the opportunity. Because at the end of the day, or the end, a year from now, when you're looking at your goals for this business, you have to have a team with you. You want a team with you. You want to help as many people as possible. So in order to do that, you have to share the fact that there is an opportunity tagged to this, which is coaching, which is building a team. So those 3 things is what the 3 vital behaviors are to me. So I'm going to break them down. Okay, the first one is inviting people to challenge groups. And these, I literally about 5 minutes ago pulled them off of my personal page. So keep in mind that you need to make them your own. But this is a few ways that I have told people about my challenge groups. So I've told people my journey, the fact that I've lost 65 pounds. One of the posts is Beyond Proud, where I have shared people in my challenge groups success stories. So that is a way to know that I'm helping people and that there is success shown in my challenge groups. There's me with Shakeology, and there is me talking, inviting people to a challenge group. I'm basically telling them that it's 30 minutes workout. I use portion control containers, a meal guide, that sort of thing. These are a few of the ways that I touch on the very first vital behavior. Am I going too fast, or is everybody okay? Oh God, I didn't realize that would be that big on my screen. Y'all just roll with me. Okay, this second vital behavior is an emotionally who you are. Y'all, the most uncomfortable posts I've done gets the most attraction. I say this all the time, and me and my husband laugh about it. I can post a workout video when I get off the phone right now and get maybe 5 likes on it. I can post the fact that me and Will almost divorced 3 years ago, and I get like 200 likes on them. People like knowing that you're not perfect. If they see you working out 7 days a week and they see you eating your kale and drinking your Shakeology and staying on track for 7 days of the week, they're going to be super intimidated. So sharing your personal journey, stuff about you, inviting them into your life is how they come and they trust you. And this is a big thing. And this is something that I cannot teach you because it means you have to step out of your comfort zone. So right here is a few examples. I cheated the other day with strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries. So that right there was telling people that I'm not perfect. I cheat a lot more than I should. The second one is the fact that someone told me that I was super photogenic. And I had just like 5 minutes prior to that comment had a photo war with Jada where I put a raisin to black out a tooth. So I'm normal. The next one is where I was talking about how I lost 65 pounds. Every time I have to post an overweight picture of myself, it like seriously gives me severe anxiety. The one in the tree, I was talking about how when Grant was a year old, my anxiety was so bad that I literally sat in a brown stinky recliner that I drug to the road the second I got better, and could have burned it and lit it on fire. I sat in that thing so much. And I can remember my little boy begging me to get up and play with him, and I didn't have the energy to do that. So this post, I related to that. Grant asked me if I could teach him how to climb a tree. And so I put him up in the tree and I learned how to climb. I mean, I tossed myself up in it also, and I turned it into a post that related back to where at one point in time of his life, I didn't have enough energy to even play with him. And now 3 years later, I'm climbing in a tree. So you have to let people into the bad things that you have overcome in your life. And the other one is, I don't remember what I posted about, but it's probably an outfit, what I wore for the day type thing. So I also had a picture of me and Will up here too, because I like to share stuff about my marriage because I know that it's a big deal. And I know that newlyweds and stuff like that, it's really hard being married and growing with somebody. And in the position we were at, most especially. So for me, you have to share the uncomfortable things and the good things too. Why is my slideshow not working? Okay, the third vital behavior is sharing the opportunity. So these are a few ways that I have shared mine. So like today, I ate lunch with Grant and I shared the fact that I was super thankful that I was eating lunch with him. So something as simple as that, the fact that I'm not working in an office. If you do work, you can still turn those posts into, if you work a full-time job outside of Beachbody is what I'm saying, you can still talk about Beachbody business successes. So, if you take your little boy or something, like your little girl or something, and you buy them a new pair of shoes, you can relate that to the fact that Beachbody helped you make enough money to do that or something like that. Like relate it to where people know there's an opportunity attached to it. So these are a few of mine. The very first one I put on here, and I'm going to touch on it, I think, again on another slide. I actually took that picture when Will gave me the water bill. And for my new coaches that may not know me or my story, and for my old ones, just roll your eyes and cover your ears. When me and my coach did our training call, she asked me what my goal was for this business, and I told her it was to pay the water bill every month. Like, that's how financially strapped we were. I wanted to be able to pay the $45 water bill. Now, it's more than $45. I harp on my husband all the time about it because I thought it was that cheap, and it's clearly not. But anyways, this day he gave me the water bill and he said, here, you're making enough money to pay the water bill every month. So this is your bill now. And I literally did a post on it. So it doesn't have to be something extravagant. as far as, you know, buying yourself a Range Rover or whatever your dream is. Like, it can be the little things too. The little things keep you humble, the little things that you share. You know, if you're thankful for the little things, you'll be even more thankful for the larger things. But that is a few ways to share the opportunity part. Posting don'ts. I am a big person about not sharing specifics as far as products and stuff like that. When I come up to people's page and I see any of these whatsoever, it automatically, to me, makes me feel like someone's trying to sell something. Now, we do sell products in order to coach our people, but we do that by building relationships. And us selling products goes far beyond just the products. You have to realize that when we sell products, we coach them from the first day until a year later, however long they are sick of you. I've been coaching a girl named Nikki Humphreys for 10 months now. She bought a program, not even a challenge group, a program. I maybe made $15 or $20 off of her commission-wise. I'm still coaching her 9 months later, but she's also lost 45 pounds. So I'm not fixing to give up on her. It's not about the money. It's about the relationships. So when you come to someone's page and they're talking about this sort of stuff, it automatically screams salesman. Now, the way to share these things are, for example, Shakeology. It's a part of the business. You have to talk about it. So stick 2 straws in a drink, let your daughter or your son drink out of the other one, and talk about it being a Shakeology date. Talk about the fact that it makes your hair grow. I don't care if it's the hair on your legs or the hair on your legs. Chelsea, quit laughing at me. You're like the only person I can see. I can see you laughing at me. Okay, same thing with 21 Day Fix. You can hashtag it. I hashtag it. Same with size. I hashtag size if I'm sharing it through Instagram. But the way to share those is actually doing it, because people do not care about Autumn Calabrese. They do not care about Shanti. I can promise you. They do not care about strangers before and after success stories. But who they do care about is you. So you can do a video clip of you doing 21 Day Fix, or your little girl or little boy doing size with you, or something like that. Something to change it up. But you should never, ever post exactly one of these. People want to see you, not the people. I've done plenty of posts with those containers. Those are like my most popular posts. If I like make dinner and I have my portion control sitting around my plate, that shares the fact that I'm doing 21 Day Fix and I'm using those portion control containers without me talking about the name or the title. Okay, Facebook. So here's the deal. You should run your Facebook like a sneak peek into coaching. Now, everybody on here has probably sat in 1 or 2 of those sneak peek into coaching groups. This right here builds relationships. This right here tells people that there's an opportunity attached to the business. So a few ways to do that. Okay, show of hands. The very first time you were approached by the coaching opportunity, who was not scared to death about it? Who gave it a second thought? Who sat on it and pondered on it for a month or more? Like, who was like, no, that's not for me? I better see some show of hands big time. Nicole, get both of them up. Megan, you better get some feet up with yours. Everybody is terrified of the idea of it. I was terrified of it. My first Coaching at a Glance group was the first week in December. I jumped on it the 3rd week of January. Don't let me get started on you, Chelsea. 8 months later. No, everybody is terrified of coaching. And it's because we self-sabotage ourselves. For some reason, we tell ourselves that we're not going to be good at it for whatever reason, and we're terrified of it. So I was trying today, thinking back on some of the things that terrified me the most. Okay, I'm still not in the most perfect shape. I'm in the best shape I've ever been, but am I rocking a six-pack? No. I'm rocking a case of strawberries with some dark chocolate right now, especially after the Super Bowl. So I was terrified that I was not in the best shape of my life. I didn't have abs. I still had that saggy mama stomach, and I still have it today. I still walk past that mirror and have those dimples in my bottom. Anybody else with me? I was terrified because I wasn't a size 0 and I didn't weigh 100 pounds. How in the world was someone like me gonna motivate somebody else when I was not a bodybuilder or didn't even look like I carved out of a magazine? Freshly tanned, no cellulite. That was not me. It's still not me. So I was terrified also that it was a pyramid scheme. I was like, ooh, nope, I can't sell things. Not even fixing to do that. Not happening. I was terrified that I would sign on as a coach and my upline would just be like, okay, good luck with this, and not help me. My husband wasn't supportive when I signed up. He told me I was crazy, literally. And I also thought that it would be super time consuming. And does anybody else relate to any of these on here? Like, just terrified. So what I've started doing is sharing the things I was afraid of. And I'm still afraid of some of these. Like, number 1 still scares me. Number 5 sometimes still scares me. So what I've started doing is sharing these. So one time I shared a before and after picture of me. So one of my friends decided it would be a good idea. I think it was Dana. Me and Dana went in and decided to do countdown to competition, carb depletion. Jessie likes her carbs. It was one of the hardest things I've done. I think me and Dana lasted a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Not very long, put it that way. So, but during that, I had visible abs. Do I today? Absolutely not. Did I the next week when I went back to my normal binge eating or Mexican date with my husband? No. So what I did was I posted a before and after picture. And I talked about the fear of me being a coach and thinking that I couldn't be normal. Here's the deal. We're all mamas. Most of us are all mamas. We all have similar characteristics. We are all human. If we start talking about the things that held us back, then the people that are following us and wanting to join us but have the same fear as we did, it kind of helps them overcome it. It helps them think that, okay, well, if Chelsea was afraid of this and she's being super successful, then maybe I can do it too. If Chelsea can juggle nursing school and motherhood and appointments out of town and family and all this kind of stuff, then maybe I can too, because I only have like 30 minutes in a day. So, so if you start talking about the fears that you have had before you sign up as a coach, you're going to let other people in on them and know that you are human. Social media is super intimidating for several reasons. People like to talk. If you post something that someone doesn't like, they're going to talk about you. It might not be to your face. It might not be in the comment section, but it might be to one of your friends. It might be to your husband. It might be to your sister. Someone's going to talk about you. Someone's talking about me right now, and I'm totally okay with it. Honestly, I do not care, because I have way more people backing me up on this journey than I do people talking about me. And if they don't like what I'm posting, they can unfollow me. And I'm okay with that, because the people that have an ugly heart like that, I don't want them anywhere on my team, and I don't want to waste my time on a challenge group with them. So that's my mind frame as far as social media being terrified and not wanting to be vulnerable. I don't want to scare off my followers. I really don't. I do not want to be a salesman. It's super discouraging watching other people. If I sat down every day and watched Bonnie Engel, I would crawl up in a hole and think that I wasn't worthy enough to run this business by myself. What if people judge me? The first month of this business, my sister judged me, and we do not have a relationship because of it. So people are going to talk about you, but in your mind, you have to figure out what in the world you have to offer the people who are going to support you in that journey. If you're doing push-ups tomorrow and you don't have the best form, guess what? Every other mama following you on your page isn't going to either. When I started my journey a year ago as a fitness coach, I don't even think I could do one real push-up. My form's still not perfect. I maybe can do 2 in real ones right now, maybe. I want to attract people who are like me. I don't want to attract people who are going to talk ugly about me or think that I am, I need to be perfect. So when you go to post something and it holds you back, you need to think about who you want to attract. Do you want to attract the people that you're terrified to post to? The people that you think of when you are going to post something vulnerable. Okay, like my most vulnerable posts are the ones about my marriage because it's a really hard subject to talk on, literally. A year into our marriage, we were seeing marriage counselors. I'd packed up half my crap and half of Grant's, and I was living at my mom's. It's not fun to talk about. But I do know that I'm not the only person out there. So if there is someone that reads my post and can relate to that, then I'm very thankful that I did that. And it can only be one person. I don't care about the other 10 that's talking bad about me, making fun of me. I really don't. So the other day, I think last week, I posted something about my marriage, and someone in church who is way older than me, I think she's my mom's age, she's in her 60s. She walked up to me, hugged my neck, and told me that her and her husband had been fighting that week and that she really needed to read my post. And she's a 60-year-old woman. I don't care about the other little young people who are laughing at it. I really don't. Do you want to help as many people possible or not? Think of the obstacles in your personal life you have overcome. What if you could help just one person do the same thing? So I had really bad anxiety, like to the point to where I couldn't go to the grocery store alone or something like that. So if me talking about it brings someone to me and helps me get them on a healthier journey, I will talk about it every single day of my life. Same thing with marriage. If I talk about mine failing and it makes some wife or some husband take their spouse on a date and show them that they care, I will talk about mine failing every single day. If I talk about the fact that my cat just ran across my freshly cleaned sheets with poop on her paws, and it helps one person realize that their day was crappy too, and that it's okay, I will talk about it every single day. So you have to think about the people that you can help with the things that you've overcome. Okay, number 2. So fears was number 1. You have to talk about fears that you had. You have to overcome your own fears. Number 2, your favorite parts about the business. So my new coaches, you're going to have your favorite things come up. So this one might be a little hard starting out, but the more you sit in on challenge groups and the more you are a coach, the more you're going to add to this list. So every single Sunday or something like that, jot down the things that happened last week that were your favorite things. Or if you're riding around town today doing something. Okay, so if I go to the post office and I mail all my new coaches a new happy, I love it. It's one of my most favorite things. When my people hit Emerald and I mail them a gift, Jada, yours is on my table, so don't think I've overlooked you. It's right here. That is my favorite thing. I love doing that stuff. If I'm eating lunch with Grant or with Will in the middle of the day, I love that about my business. The friendships. I love that if I have a crappy day tomorrow, I can call Jada or I can text Jada or I can text Nicole, and both of them will make me laugh hysterically. Like, I love the friendships about this business. Being debt-free. I love the fact that we are financially stable enough now to breathe. Beachbody spoils us ridiculously. When you start hitting Success Club, and for my new girls, that's not going to mean anything to you, but you'll get it in a minute. If you start hitting Success Club, even if it's a bobblehead, laugh about it. Like, it's funny. You know, gifts from your coach, earning money for trips, like that stuff that's super excited. So if you hit Success Club last month, or if you've already hit it for this month, be super proud of yourself, because that goes toward a trip. If you hit Diamond, that goes towards a trip. For those of you that hit Success Starter and got that ticket to Nashville, that's awesome. That's a trip you can talk about. That is something that could be amazing about your business. Feeling safe. I noticed this when my husband lost his job in December, that this business makes me feel safe. Now, every one of you could quit tomorrow and I would be devastated. But this business still makes me feel safe. And it's because I control my business 100%. I didn't work today until I did one post this morning. I generated this group this morning when I laid in bed next to Grant. I did one post on Facebook. No, 2 of them throughout the day today. And then 30 minutes before this call, I did these slideshows. I've worked maybe 45 minutes today total. Now, Wednesday, when Grant goes back to school, I may catch up on my messaging. I may have a few one-on-one calls. I may work 3 hours that day or 4. I like how safe that makes me feel. I am my boss. If I want to work more, I can. No one is going to fire me tomorrow. No one. A chance to get out of my comfort zone. This is a big one for me. And it needs to be written down on everybody's book. Because let me tell you, as girls in general, you don't have to be a mom. You don't have to be a wife. You don't have to be a girlfriend. A woman in general, we are already self-conscious of ourselves. We are our worst critics. This business is a chance for you to step out of your comfort zone. That is when you figure out who you are, who in the world God created you to be, what you have to offer other things. It makes you have friends that you never thought imaginable. I don't think there's anybody on this call that I knew before I was a coach. Megan Pugh, maybe, but I don't know. Becky, I knew because of college, but we had lost touch. So there is no one on this call really that I would consider myself a close friend to before this. So all of this are things that I can talk about that are my favorite parts about this business. It gives me something else to talk about other than those fitness programs and other than nutrition. Okay, am I rambling? Someone needs to start waving if I am. Okay, objections. When you get an objection in this business, this gives you a huge thing to run with. Not in an ugly way at all. So, things that, okay, so this one, number 3, I can't be a coach because I'm not photogenic. I got that one the other day. Like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, first of all. You don't have to be photogenic to be a coach, if anyone's wondering. So what I did was I turned that photogenic one into the raisin tooth post. Yes, that picture of me is obnoxious. Yes, it's hilarious because it's grotesque and it's ugly, but it pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it also let other people know that I am human. Okay, just a minute ago, 5 minutes before this call, I was talking about how my house flooded today. I don't have it all together. So when someone says I can't be a coach because I don't have it all together, use it and make it a post. Show people that you don't have it all together either. I can't be a coach because I'm scared that I want to attract somebody else, or I'm scared because I don't have the perfect body. Use that objection and turn it into your life. Is there anybody on this phone call that has a perfect body? Jada probably does because she's doing the whole 30. Use those things as an objection, as a way to let people know that you are human. Also, another post that you can use, successes you have seen this week. Okay, challenge groups. If you're in one just as a challenger, if you don't have a single client in that group, you can use other people's before and afters to talk about it. And here's why. Every single person on this call is a team, every one of them. We can all use everybody's success stories. If Jada has a client tomorrow that loses 40 pounds, you better believe I'm going to post about it. She's not going to be mine, and I'm going to give Jada the credit. But I can talk about it because it's a success. Rank changes. If any of my girls hit Emerald, if any of my girls hit Diamond, if any of my girls even so much as add a coach, I'm celebrating it because it's a huge success to grow your business. Success Club. I don't want to say it's super hard to hit because it's not, but it's intimidating. And a lot of people self-sabotage themselves into hitting it. So when people actually do, it's an amazing thing. And I'm going to celebrate it every time. When you start earning trips and stuff like that, it gives you a success to talk about. If you're growing your team, if your coach sends you a prize in the mail, those things are successes that you can talk about. These are giving you guys ideas to post other than your fitness and your nutrition. Okay, everybody needs to figure out what their motivation is. What is your biggest, if you can envision your life 5 years from now and you are just extremely happy, you're doing what you want to do, you're debt free, what is your motivation to get there? Like, what is it that you can think of every single day that gets you closer to that goal? Okay, engaging on Facebook. I'm going to try to wrap this up because I'm hitting up on an hour. I don't know how many slides I have left, but I'm almost done. Okay, engaging on Facebook. You have to add friends every day, the people you may know. If you run out of people there, click on one of your friends from high school or something like that. Just start adding people that you know. If you are a female scrolling through in the people you may know, you better believe you're going to be on my friends list tomorrow. Because I'm going to add every single female between here and the end of the world. All day, every day. Comment on their posts. You have to get to know these people. Engage with them. Post engaging posts. If you are going out to eat for Valentine's Day with your boyfriend or your spouse, put on 2 different outfits and let your followers vote on which one looks the best on you. Because guess what? If 20 people comment on that picture of you, then they're going to see the next post that you do 5 hours or the next day, and it could be about fitness and nutrition. And then, right then and there, they see that you do something with fitness and nutrition, and they might need your help. You don't show up in people's newsfeed just for the fun of it. You show up in people's newsfeed because you're engaging with them. So if I go and I type on Lacey's picture of her little boy today, I'm going to show up in Lacey's newsfeed tomorrow. Same thing. If she comments on something of mine today, she's going to show up in my newsfeed. It's just how Facebook works. You can post up a status about what are some good family vacations with kids under the age of 5. That is engaging. Ask motherhood questions. Ask what to do for Valentine's Day that you can surprise your boyfriend or your spouse with. Engage with people. Have confidence. Stop being an admirer and find your own spark. I can name 5 coaches right now that are way out of my league. I can waste all day long looking at the things that they have that I don't. Looking at the fact that they're a 5-star and I'm not. I can admire them all day long, but it wastes my time. I have to do my own thing. So if you are finding something that is distracting you, stop. Find you. Find what you have to offer these people. If you are telling yourself you can't hit Success Club or you can't build your business, you're right, you can't. Period. But if you wake up tomorrow and you tell yourself that you can, I bet you $100 you can do it. Literally, I will give you $100 if you don't. You have got to be positive in this business, people. You will never get an aha moment for this business, ever. I've said at Summit, I've said at Super Saturday, they're only effort moments. That means you putting forth the effort. It does not mean that something's just going to click or somebody's just going to be, 10 people are going to be attracted to you tomorrow. No, it doesn't happen. Your business is a reflection of the effort that you put into it. Have confidence for that. The more people that relate to you, the more they will come to you. Be confident, own who you are. Now, I did this one because this has a lot to do with confidence. So, the people that don't know who the toe touch people are, that woman is my upline. She is my coach. She is one of my very best friends right now. She makes close to $30,000 a month. That's in 30 days, people. $30,000 a month. She bought that van about 3 or 4 months ago and paid cash for it. And this is her and her husband celebrating it. Me, I paid the water bill. So you can see the difference in paychecks. Granted, I'm making more than what covers the water bill, so don't run off scared thinking that I'm not. And this was actually done really early on in my business. But at the same time, these are two totally different posts, owning who we are and owning our successes. No matter how big, $30,000, or how small, an $80 water bill. You have to own any little thing about you or any big thing. You attract people through your posts. If you are constantly posting negative, you will attract negative people. If you are confident and positive, that's who you will attract every day. And this is finishing up. Let me see how many I have. Yes, okay. You have to have a vision in this business. So for those of you that are in the Rock Your Business, you are fixing to bump down into the Revive group because y'all are dead. No one is doing anything in that group. So we are closing it and doing one. So last year, when I first started, I was about 3 or 4 months in, my coach asked me to do a dream board. So right now you see a blue screen and a gray. The blue was my dream board 8 or 9 months ago. So I wanted to work on my marriage. I wanted to retire my husband. I wanted to continue my journey. I wanted to inspire others. I wanted to take my little boy to SeaWorld. I wanted to not be able to work and be able to be a stay-at-home mom full-time. I wanted to hit diamond in a year. I wanted to build my savings account, and I wanted to be debt-free from those stupid credit cards. Now, does everybody see those X's? That's in 9 months. That's because I had a vision. I put it on this dream board, and every single day I went to it and busted my butt for those things. This business is going to be super hard if you don't have a vision. And what I mean is, every single year, you need to put your vision on paperwork. You need to think about things. And no, my first year as a coach, I didn't expect anything extravagant because honestly, I just wanted to have my head above water. I wanted to be able to stay at home. But these are things that I have accomplished in my year of being a coach. So you need to think about what you want to do in your first year, and you need to put those down. You need to have a vision for it. This next one is my vision for the next 2 years. In 2 years from now, I want to be a 15-star diamond. And I will be. So 15 of y'all better get it into gear. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to wake everybody up. I feel like Jada's asleep on me right now. So last year, when we went to Summit, I've been a coach for 6 years. 6 months, sorry. 6 months by the time we went to Summit. And me and my husband's hotel room was right across the lot from a Range Rover dealership. Straight up. I begged him, let's go. And he said, if you're making a certain amount of money, by this time next year, I'll let you go and test drive one. Now, keep in mind, the number he gave me does not mean we will be driving off the lot in one of those things. but it's something that me and him made so that I could at least just test drive one. Now, eventually, I will be owning one, mark my words, but it's not going to be this year. It's probably not going to be in 2 years because I absolutely think it's crazy to spend that much money on a car, but it is a dream of mine. So no matter how big or how small your dream is, put them down. So these are mine for this year. I have a diamond on there because I want to help at least 5 of my girls be diamond this year. So I hope 5 of you at least have a diamond on your dream board or your vision of yourself in a year. The only debt we're going to be sitting on in another week is my car. I want to pay it off. I want to take my little boy to Disney World. And me and my husband are planning that trip right now, actually. I want to continue working on my own journey. And I want to retire my husband in a year to a year and a half from where I'm at right now. And I want to take as many people on my team to Summit this year as possible. So these are a few of mine. So you can see how much I've grown in a year. And I shared these with Tiffany and she laughed because my first one was so little and so boxed in. And now mine is like test driving a Range Rover. So my first one was terrified I wouldn't be able to even make a living with this, to be able to stay at home with Grant, to now something totally different as far as being a 15-star diamond. You have to have a vision for this business. You have to think of where it will take you in a year in order for it to take you anywhere at all. Where you use your time matters. I have the same hours in the day as everybody else. Yes, absolutely, people work. Like Jada, I don't know how she does it. She works a lot. Same with Nicole. She works nights. I don't function well if I don't sleep. Need I say more? How often do you check your social media? Daily. Every time you check it, add value. Your job as a coach should not be to sell products. You should constantly be drawing people to you, gaining their trust, and adding value. Act as if you are a top coach, even if you're a new coach. Act as if you are a great leader, even if you feel like most days you aren't, which I feel like most days. Act as if you're successful. Act as if you're confident. You are fearless. What can you offer others? That's what you need to post on Facebook. Something besides fitness and something besides nutrition. Okay, I'm stopping sharing. I see y'all blowing up my comment section. Okay. I love wine. All right, I am going to open up for questions. Is anybody asleep? Did I help anybody at all? Nicole's asleep. April's asleep. Robin's asleep. Megan's asleep. For sure, Megan's asleep. I don't even know who's on the phone. Who's on the phone other than Holly? Oh, is that Holly? Are you on both? I put Stephanie Cabin to sleep because she gone. She's straight up signed out. All right, someone open up. Does anyone have a question? Chelsea, you always have a question. Becky?
Why me? Why do I always have the questions?
I have no idea what you always do. I like to think it's because you don't want to leave me hanging when I'm asking if anyone has a question. Oh, I meant to
Jada, you can unmute.
I meant to add another slide for you, Jada. I was going to put don't overthink.
The TV's playing in the background, so I'm sure it's going to make a lot of noise. What'd you say, Jessie?
I was going to add, I forgot to add another slide. It was going to say don't overthink. You and Nicole.
Well, you can be glad you didn't waste your time on that.
Nicole's the same way.
Yeah. I have wrote down my post.
5 posts that I could have done today. I'm like, do I?
Oh my gosh, my camera roll. Like, I hadn't had my phone. I've had my phone maybe a year, and I got the one with a lot of storage space so that I didn't have to fight with the whole thing. Data storage full, you know. that got on my nerves. And I'm like, but I don't have anywhere to put all these pictures. And I just got that that message this week, data storage full. And I was like, okay, all these pictures I have saved to make posts with, I need to go back through and I just need to start posting stuff.
Jada is country.
He's worse than me.
Okay, I'm going back on mute.
Jada is bad, but it's cute.
Yeah, I can't even take a picture with my phone. Like, I can't do nothing. It's so cool.
Get to posting. There should be
Woo! I got some stuff.
get to posting.
I'm buying a new phone. That's going on my dream board.
That's
With 100 and something gigabytes.
what I need.
My kid's having a meltdown.
Who said that?
No.
Okay, Lacey, New Girls, did I help you at all? Megan, did I help you at all? Megan, are you taking notes? Is that a pen I saw? Are you working?
You know I'm taking notes with my new pens. Let me count the pages.
So I should see you start posting on Facebook this week then, huh?
Hey, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna post it.
Yeah. Are you terrified? Do we need to drink? Do we need to come over with wine first?
Yes.
Becky, did I help you at all? Or could you not even hear me?
No, I heard you.
Yeah, sure.
I was just in and out dealing with the kids.
I understand totally. Holly, did I help you? I can't see you. We're going to have to fix your phone. We're going to put that on your dream.
10 pages. And you want to be like, Megan's a slate.
All right, I better try seeing them 10 pages to work. I don't know about y'all, but I really want to hold Lacey's baby.
Look at those cheeks.
I've got baby fever bad, y'all.
Just say no.
Come to my house and you will regret it.
Come on.
Who told me to just say no?
I did. Becky. Don't do it. You get to do
Hey, what you doing? How old is she? She's your youngest one, isn't she?
Yeah, 16 months.
You have two,
No.
right? You
Yeah,
have 2 or 3? 2.
a 3-year-old and her.
Oh. See, that's my thing. Grant asked me the other day when I was going to have another one, and I was like, you're not even going to hang out with it. You're going to be like 6 when it's 1.
They fight like cats and dogs.
I know. I can remember me and my sister. I would pull her hair out. We still fight. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
Someone ask a question, make you feel a little better. Come on, Chelsea. I'm dependent on you. Robin, can I help you at all? You're muted.
I'm muted.
I
I'm still learning all this technology stuff. So
am too. I will not learn it. I've decided. Hi. You gonna eat lunch with me again one day? I'll share my pickles. She's so shy, but like a sweet shy. Like Grant's an obnoxious shy. All right. Well, if Chelsea doesn't have any questions, I guess we'll end it.
I just have to go get Kendall. That's it.
What is she doing? Where's
She's
she
at my mama's.
What's she doing there?
Huh?
What's she doing there?
She kept her so I could study and be with you tonight.
It's special. All right. Well,
Wait, I got one thing.
oh, wait, Nicole.
How do I share, like, with one of mine that missed it, the recording?
When we get off, it'll download to my computer and I have to make it a YouTube link. But
Okay.
I will do that while I bathe. We can be loading onto YouTube while I bathe tonight.
And just message me while you're bathing.
You know I will all the time. I swear, every time I'm in the bathtub, Nicole texts me. I'm like, really? Can you text me when I'm fully clothed and out of the bathtub, please?
No.
And I work in the bathtub most of the time because it's the only time people leave me alone in my house. Seriously. I taught Jada to work and poop. Sorry. I told everybody. You do what you gotta do. Seriously.
And ever since Shakeology, I can do that.
Every morning, Jada's gonna be working. All right, we've scared Lacey off. She's like, what did I join? All right, well, I would talk to you ladies later on this week. I will put up a one-on-one call schedule, but it's already up because I saw some people already. Is it for a month? Chelsea, you would know. Is it for a month?
It is. I think it's like 3 weeks out. Like
Okay.
it shows.
Okay. So, new girls or anybody else, sorry, I probably shouldn't call y'all new girls, should I? But anyways, on the team page, like the Team Fit page, there is a post that I did about a call schedule, a one-on-one call schedule, and it's like a calendar. So for those of you that want to train or have any free time, and if you're a mom and crazy busy and those hours do not work for you, let me know because I'm usually really good all day until about 2:30. And then most nights after 8, I can talk. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm 3 weeks
I
out.
don't know if they can see it, but yeah, it's 3 weeks.
So if y'all have, Becky, I was going to email you back. I haven't even opened your message. But I read the top of it on my screen. So, that's how you schedule a call with me. All right, everybody good? I'm going to stop recording.